Hello, hello, one and all. It's Mr. Christopher here with Funkatopia, and today marked the release of Prince Piano and a Microphone 1983, and we're going to do an unboxing together. I won't lie, I did take the cellophane off of the album, and I did actually listen to the CD, but that was the extent of it. I didn't take anything out or any of that. But what we're going to be talking about is this album right here, which is Prince Piano and a Microphone 1983. This is the deluxe edition of it. There is a vinyl copy that you can actually get and also a CD copy. This is the deluxe version that actually has both the vinyl and also the CD. As far as the audio portion of it, there really isn't any difference between the CD and the vinyl. One of the things that you will notice maybe on here, and it's white on a very light gray, so it's difficult to see. But on the LP, on side A, you've got a medley that is a medley of 17 Days, Purple Rain, A Case of You, Mary Don't You Weep, Strange Relationship, International Lover, and Wednesday. And then when you flip it over, you get side B, which is Cold Coffee and Cocaine and Why the Butterflies. And the CD is pretty much exactly the same, but on CD. The difference is that, so I purchased this at FYE. The cost for this at FYE was $39.99. That is the cost for the deluxe version. As you can see, it's quite thick. You can see it's quite thick. The LP on vinyl is $19.99 on sale. Normal price at FYE was $27.99. And for the CD, you could actually get it on sale for $9.99. Normal cost, which I think was $14.99 or $15.99. The CD is nothing but just the CD and inside of a cardboard insert that has this on the front and this on the back. Well, not quite this, because this has got the LP track listing as well, but it's pretty much just got the track listings and then this photo on the front, and it's $9.99, and all it is just a cardboard insert. There's nothing that comes inside of it. Same thing pretty much with the vinyl. It just comes with this, but the deluxe edition has quite a bit more. Matter of fact, the deluxe edition comes with this is kind of interesting. The limited edition deluxe set comes with the CD, 180-gram audiophile vinyl LP, and an exclusive print. It includes previously unreleased home studio recordings from 1983, we knew that, a 12-page booklet with handwritten lyrics, exclusive photos by Alan Ballou, I think I pronounced his name right, essays by Lisa Coleman, Jill Jones, and Don Batts. So, there you go. That is the sticker that comes with the limited edition deluxe. So let's unbox it together. So the first thing I did notice, which was a little bizarre, when you open it up, the first thing that you see is the CD. It has a pretty sizable picture of Prince on the inside and some handwritten lyrics that are over on this side that also contains the CD. Now they didn't really make this particular part too well because the CD kind of goes down into this little section right here, and it's not really there's nothing in the center. There's nothing in the center to hold the CD in place, so it just kind of is loose in here, which is fine because it does have grooves that are in here that actually hold the CD in place. But that's pretty much it. And of course, there are a little bit of lyrics, the lyric sheet also on the CD, which if you put it into the correct place, it actually looks like it's a complete sheet. But the CD is kind of loose in there. On the side where the CD itself is, there is nothing. It's just pretty much a thick insert, and nothing, no book or anything like that on that side. So that's where the CD is. Let's talk a little bit about the tracks on the CD before we get to, and it's also kind of a little bit difficult to kind of get back in there just right. I'm just going to show, just goes to show exactly how difficult that is. So essentially, all right, it fits in here somehow. There it goes. see how it kind of slides down a little bit into the actual insert here? I don't think that was I think that's pretty much a design flaw, but it wasn't, in here correctly. But anyways, there's that. So let's talk about some of the tracks that are on here and this is not going to account for those of you who are keeping up with Funkatopia and keeping up with the album chat, where we talk about the tracks track by track, talk about the albums in the entirety, the history and all that stuff. We're going to do one on this particular edition, but not today. That's not what this is. Kind of want to give you a little bit of a heads up as to what to expect. First off, the album clocks in at about 33 minutes. So while this is a great and nice, pretty extravagant packaging, it's a hard book, so it's not it's not flimsy in any form or fashion. It's a good quality. But the other thing with this is that it does clock in at 33 minutes. But it's not to say that, and that's not a whole bunch of music. But if you look at history, his first 3 albums, almost 4 albums, were all around that mark. He's got a couple. I think For You was like 32 minutes. And I think that the self-titled album that came out in 1979, that was only 30 minutes. So he does have full albums out there that are less time than this. But everything since pretty much 1999 moving forward has always been a minimum of 40-something minutes, and a lot of which were primarily like an hour or double albums or 70 minutes and beyond. So that's the only probably legitimate, not really complaint, but just a little disappointment is the length of the album. But again, it's really, really good quality. It's when you look over the actual track listing, as far as the medley is concerned, with 17 days, 17 days really isn't a medley. 17 days that's on here is fantastic. It's definitely one of the highlights on the album. It's about over 6 minutes long, but it's a great version of 17 days, and it actually, the lyrical content is quite a bit different. And then on top of that, Purple Rain, A Case of You, those couple of songs they're very, very short, under a couple minutes a piece, like a minute and something a piece. Mary Don't You Weep, you've already heard that song. That one has already been on, Mary Don't You Weep has already been out there for quite a bit of time, so I would say that you've probably already heard that. It's just an old gospel hymn, and it's still fantastic. It sounds great on CD, and I'm pretty sure it sounds great on the vinyl as well. Strange Relationship, this also really cool. Still only a couple of minutes long as far as that's concerned. Strange Relationships, you really didn't have any of the lyrics worked out, so some of the lyrics are obviously a little bit different than what so obviously he had the lyrics worked out up to a certain point, so he sang it for the most part up to a certain point, and then he just started just scatting and just kind of fleshing it out. Now you got to keep in mind this is 1983, so Strange Relationship happens on Sign of the Times, which is many years down the road. So I would think that this is a pretty cool indication that it was definitely just being fleshed out. International Lover, one of the things I did note about International Lover, if you listen to the chords that he's playing on this particular version, it's much more spatial. So International Lover is just kind of very, very melodic and ethereal, whereas in this particular one, it's focusing mostly on his voice, but some of the chords that he's actually doing on there are actually Do Me Baby. So, and I'm surprised he didn't notate that in some form or fashion, but he plays pretty much International Lover up to a certain point, and then he starts playing the chords to Do Me Baby right in the middle of it. So that's a little notation that you should probably keep in the side of your skull. Wednesday, that was a song that I actually had heard previously before on a unreleased version, but it was called something else. I can't remember exactly what it was called. But again, to hear it in this form and to hear it in this quality of recording is fantastic. And then, of course, you close up the album with Cold Coffee and Cocaine. We've all heard, probably if you're like a hardcore Prince fan, you've probably heard this song as a bootleg, and it is just it was always just a crappy recording, and this is crystal clear, with all his foot stomps, and you can hear how hard he's hitting the keys, and you can hear his vocals crisp. So it's really cool to hear this song. It really does give a whole new life to this song because his vocals are so out front, and it's just really, he's really present on this. And the same thing with Why the Butterflies. Now, I am a hardcore Prince fan. You guys all know that. But what was really surprising was that for some reason, I've just never heard this song, Why the Butterflies. I don't know why. I've just never heard this song. But it's a very great song. It's got a good beat to it. It's got a good melody to it. It's just, it breathes. And all in all, as far as the content on the album, pretty fantastic. So, I know pretty much you guys are itching to see what's inside of this deluxe edition that just came out today. Let's take a look and see, shall we? So we basically open it up, and inside of this cover here is where everything is. This is where the album is, and also supposedly the book. I have not pulled it out, so your guess is as good as mine. So let's see. This seems to be everything inside. Let me see. It appears to be. All right. So this is everything that is inside. The first off is a print. This is the exclusive print that they're talking about, which is the one that is on the inside that I just showed you on the inside. So this is the print that comes with it. It's a square print. Probably definitely will frame that and put it up. So that's the print that comes with it. Then we've got the 180G vinyl, which is all black and has Prince Piano and Microphone 1983, side A and side B. And of course, nothing new, nothing, it's not, you see, if I don't know if you guys can see this, but you can see the amount of space that's inside here, indicating that there's plenty of room for more songs if they wanted to put them on there, but pretty much it's not. I don't know if you can actually see the light on there, but that space that you normally see right there means there's nothing recorded there. So, again, that's my only complaint, but I'm sure if they had more to put on here, they would. And they kind of want to keep everything in context. Which brings us to the final piece de resistance of the album, of the deluxe edition, which is the insert. The insert is essentially, they say it's a 12-page book. I'm going to assume that it is. Yes, quite a bit of verbiage here. Really cool pictures as well as text. Let's see here. Whoops, I skipped a page. A lot of verbiage. Kind of giving a lot of indications on as far as the notes on the cassette tape, as well as more handwritten lyrics. And of course we go into it again. More exclusive pictures from Alan. More handwritten lyrics over here. Then we've got a lot of notes and stuff from, I can see Jill Jones here. It's about memories and musings about each one of the individual things. And I think what's probably interesting about this is that this is probably a lot of the content that I would use on doing the album chat once I get to this album, which I may do in advance because it's so fresh on my mind right now. For those of you who don't know what album chats are, we're doing album chats track by track of each one of his albums in chronological order. We're already 4 into it, and the next one up is going to be pretty fantastic, but you can actually find them on Funkatopia and also on our Patreon page. And then the last one is, yet again, this photo one more time and the track listing, and that's it. But there's a lot of verbiage in here, and I guess if you are a completist like myself, you like to make notes about some of the things that are on his mind, look at some of his lyrics, look at some of the things that are scratched out, what he had there, what he didn't have there, a lot of the musings and history that everybody had mentioned, and very, very cool. So, that all being said, I would venture to say this is a very, very cool edition. Okay, so I know that we've had a lot of talks about, if you get just the vinyl, that's fine. There's not a problem with that. There's nothing wrong with getting the vinyl. There's nothing wrong with just getting the CD. You get what you can afford. Now, with us in particular, obviously, I have a little bit more of an important thing to make sure that we cover, and that is that we let you know exactly whether or not it is a good purchase or not. Again, this is a deluxe edition, has quite a bit of information, and if you are a very hardcore Prince fan, I probably would suggest getting this. $39.99 is what it cost in FYE. I think it's a lot more expensive than that. I think it's actually closer to 50 bucks on normal pricing, and it may be on Amazon. I'm not exactly sure. However, I did include the Amazon link below. If you do appreciate the fact that I was able to do an unboxing and a little review of this album, please use the Amazon link below. It is an affiliate link, and that's just your way of saying thanks for doing the video, and I would greatly appreciate it, and it's very, very cool. Again, you can get this on Amazon. You can get it pretty much anywhere. I think the last time I looked on Amazon, it was only available in the European edition. I'm not exactly sure what that's all about. But anyways, you can pretty much guarantee that we will be covering this on one of the Funkatopia Live shows. Funkatopia Live happens on Tuesday nights on the Funked Up app. You can download the app for both Android and iPhone. Just go on the Google Play Store or into iTunes and get Funked Up, F-U-N-K-E-D-U-P, all one word, Funked Up. It's the Funkatopia app, and we have 24/7 music for you, funk from all over the world, including Prince. It is ASCAP licensed, so we do make sure that the artists are taken care of. And of course, we make sure that when something becomes available for artists that we truly, truly appreciate, we make sure that we go out and actually purchase it. It's a pretty good, sizable deluxe edition. Is it worth the money? I think it is. I definitely, for the completists out there who are hardcore Prince fans like myself, I certainly would say that it is definitely worth it. I would pick it up. Again, you can only pick up the LP or pick up the CD. That's fine. I just wanted to unbox this and kind of show you what to expect if you do get the deluxe edition. This is the best that you can expect. Vinyl, again, not in the deluxe edition, is just going to be a cardboard insert with the vinyl. I did pick it up and feel it, and it did not have that book in it. Only the deluxe version has the book in it. The LP or the vinyl only has just the album in the sleeve, and that's it. Same thing with the CD. CD is just in a cardboard sleeve, a very thin cardboard sleeve, not the plastic ones. It's just a very thin cardboard sleeve, kind of like we did with 3121, but 3121 was at least thick. This one is literally just like a piece of cardboard sleeve. So, deluxe edition is definitely the way to go on this particular purchase. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned. I'm sure that we will cover this in more detail and do this track by track, kind of give you a little bit of a taste of what you can expect when you purchase this. Pick it up as soon as you can. Thank you for tuning in, and hopefully you go get this. And if you do, use that Amazon link below. Appreciate it. Thanks.